Hey guys, welcome back to Seller Sessions. Today I bring in Paul Harvey. Hey Paul, how you doing?
Yeah, Danny, good in yourself?
Yes, all good. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about off Amazon. Obviously promoting your Amazon products on your Shopify or WooCommerce store, etc. But in the main, we're going to be discussing Facebook Pixel. So, do you want to take it away from me, Paul?
Sure thing. So, first of all, not many Amazon sellers actually ever use the Pixel.
Yeah.
And what the Pixel is in the easiest way is that it helps you to retarget customers. So people that have come to your website or any of your web platforms have come there, you can now retarget people that have come there and create an audience that's very similar to that.
And so give us a bit of a breakdown or some examples, in terms of setting it up on, say, a Shopify or a WooCommerce store.
So basically, once you go into your Facebook Business Manager account, go to the Facebook Pixel, the area over there, and then it will give you some code. Now, if you have a Shopify site, you can just give your Pixel ID. But if you have other platforms like WooCommerce, WordPress, those ones, then you need to paste a certain code into the header of your site. And once you do that, you will then use the Facebook Pixel helper, which is a little Chrome extension, that will tell you it's installed correctly, because you then see the fires happening, or it's called a pixel fire whenever someone visits that certain page.
And it lights up in green in your browser
Yeah.
as well. So, or it gives you an error message, doesn't it?
Hmm.
Cool. So let's just use an example. I think you mentioned before, you're going to promote, say, a baby's blanket. It's your Amazon product. You put this on your Shopify site. So talk to us about the training process or grooming process of
Yeah.
a Facebook Pixel.
So basically is that what you want to do is you want to create an ad, and let's say we want to target everyone that has a baby and that's a mom. So basically those two interests, they're a mom and they have a baby. Now we're going to point them to our own Shopify site. And this is what people don't understand. This is the biggest difference, the biggest hurdle for Amazon sellers is that as Amazon sellers, we never need to use a pixel because traffic is organic. If you're on Amazon, traffic just comes to you, but it will not come to your website.
Yeah.
So what you have to do now is take this pixel and use it. So you run an ad targeting mothers that have a baby, and then you say is, look back at the pixel, look at your pixel, and there are three stages to the pixel. There is the page view. So every time someone views your website, that's a page view. And actually, the main three pixel fires are the page view. The next one is add to cart. If someone adds one of your products to their cart, that's the add to cart pixel fire. And if someone makes a purchase, the purchase pixel will fire. It's all the same pixel, just different names for it.
Gotcha.
So now what we need to do is this. We need to kind of coach and train this pixel. So you need to start in the beginning of the customer journey, and the customer will start just on a page view. So now you can create a Facebook ad targeting moms that have kids, and you're going to say target all these people according to all the people that viewed this page.
Yeah.
What Facebook does then is it looks at all the people that have viewed your page and find people that are most similar that are moms and have kids. So trying to fit people into that respective pixel, and then you push it.
Yeah.
And what the goal is then is you have to build up the pixel, you train the pixel, and once you have, and numbers change, they really do, but once you have between 50 and 100 pixel fires for that event, and that event was page views.
Yeah.
Once you have that, then the page views portion of the pixel is groomed. Now you move on to the next step of the customer journey, which is add to cart. And now you do exactly the same thing as step one. You create an ad, and now the conversion you're going to pick on, you're going to say you want people that have already added to the cart.
Yeah.
So you're targeting all the mothers that have kids. You're going to say now target all the mothers that have kids that are most likely to add this product to their cart.
Mm-hmm.
And because the pixel is training now, it will look back in the previous history and pretty much fit people to that niche. Moms with kids that are most likely to add to cart.
Yeah.
And then the third one, is the most important one, is the purchase pixel. So now exact same thing. Run a Facebook ad with moms that have kids, and they are most likely to purchase this product based on previous purchases. And again, you build that up to, and that stage 3, the purchase pixel is pretty much the most valuable one.
Yeah.
So you will keep targeting, running that ad for as long as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you've done that, you pretty much have a pixel that is super trained. Now, in this example, I've said we targeted moms that have kids, and then we've used the conversion, page view, add to cart, or purchase.
Yeah.
But now, because the pixel is so well trained, we can do zero interest targeting, which purely means is that you create a Facebook ad and you don't include any interest targeting. So you don't say moms, you don't say I have babies, just keep it absolutely blank. But you use the conversion, the pixel conversion, the purchase pixel conversion, and now Facebook will run the ad to all the people that are most likely to purchase your product based on previous history, and they look at all the previous buyers, and they will just create their own pool of people. And that's really good because at that stage, you can pretty much run this pixel all the time on steady and ongoing, and then you just bring in new customers all the time. And that pixel is super, super well trained. And in some aspects, a well trained pixel can be one of your biggest business assets.
Yeah. And so let's talk about that, because of course it's an investment. Yeah. It's a bit like running auto campaigns, etc. When you're doing sponsored product ads on Amazon. At the end of the day, you got a pan for gold. You're going to have search terms that are going to be completely wasteful, but that is part of your investment to dial in to make sure that your listing, one, is optimized, two, you're meeting the criteria of your target market on Amazon. So that comes at a cost. So give me some examples. I know that you're going to have different niches, and bidding strategies and cost per clicks are all going to be different. But what kind of investment are you looking at, as opposed to, you're going to get people that always want to skip a few steps. They don't want to spend £1,000 training the pixel, for instance, because they don't know what's at the other end of the rainbow yet, especially if it's a brand new product. So if you think they've got a new product, like, that's diving into the unknown for them. So what are the steps that, in terms of cost, and how do you gauge that, what you're doing is right in terms of the step 1, step 2, step 3, because each of those stages are going to incur a bunch of costs, aren't they? And then you're going to get the composite whole. And then your investment comes is when you get sales after that period. So what kind of calculations should people be looking at to make sure that they're on course,
So pretty much when I'm running ads to my products that are on Amazon, I always use the Amazon branding in my images, Amazon allowed branding in my images, purely because I want to piggyback off the Amazon brand name. And when people see that, they just know, okay, Amazon, I can buy right now. And that makes clicks way, way cheaper. And on that, depending on the product, it could be anywhere from 20 cents a click to 50 cents a click. It really varies. But also, one thing people must take advantage of is that most ads only convert if you have a discount. And the higher the discount, the cheaper the ad, and vice versa. Right. So if you're only offering like a 10% discount, it's not very exciting. So the ad will be shared less and be less viral. So not likely to happen. So now when you actually throwing it all into your own Shopify site, you essentially have a pixel you're trying to train to purchase all your products and go through the whole purchase procedure. And it's tough though, because are you going to offer a discount? The higher the discount, the cheaper it will be. And secondly is that customers now have to add their credit card details to your website, which is an extra challenge for them. And it will be an extra ad cost for you. So when I market towards Amazon products, I normally budget on about 50 cents a click.
Yeah.
Where I'm doing my own Shopify site in the very beginning, I'm budgeting on anywhere from $2 to $3 a click.
Yeah.
Purely because people are going to a new site, and also is that when they go to your website, is it optimized for that traffic? Is it optimized for mobile traffic? So a lot more caveats, a lot more things we take Amazon for granted that already help for us. But essentially, I would say to anyone starting now, if you're advertising for stuff on your own product, your own store, you're looking at anywhere between, it could be $1 to $3, depending on the niche and your skills in Facebook ads. But $1 to $3 per click.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. So would I guess there, based on $1 per click, roughly, getting that pixel trained, with all the moving parts in between, we're looking at about $1,000, would you say?
Yeah.
By the time you reach to the conversion phase.
Because pretty much.
Because you've got to fire the clicks. So if you've got 50 to 100 fires for page views alone, you're still paying for that click. You've got the ones that add to the cart, then you've got the abandonment, and then you've got the ones that convert. So you're going to be working off a percentage of that. So roughly speaking, with a bit of nipping and tucking, you're probably spending 1,000 to 1,500.
Yeah. And bear in mind is that or it won't just be one ad. You'll be actually running a lot of retargeting ads.
Yeah.
Most of your sales will come off retargeting ads. So maybe all the people that added to cart, the ones that didn't actually purchase, you create a retargeting ad to go to those people and say, wait a minute, you didn't actually finish your purchase. Here's an extra discount to kind of incentivize them to go back. And so it won't just be one ad. There'll be several ads running all the time. And especially with Facebook ads, one day it could be super productive and worked really well. The next day it could be nothing but crickets.
Yeah.
That's just the nature of Facebook ads.
So would it right in saying, you know, that if you, when we're talking about the discounts, the deeper you go, the better it's going to be, and the easier it's going to be conversions. Now, once the pixel's trained and it's ready to go to zero interest, will Facebook look at that and offer to bargain hunters? Do you see what I mean? Because it's like where you don't want to do too deep discounts when you're doing giveaways, like when we use it for ranking, etc. You can do deep discounts, and that's fine because what your end goal on Amazon is to get the sale for the visibility. You're not worried about the people that got a 90% discount. You're worried about the people that are paying full price, because that's all they see when you get the visibility on page one, right? So it doesn't matter. You can just scrap them to the side because they are coupon code clipper people. They're not the type of people you want for your brand full time because they're looking for bargains. Will the discount aspect in terms of the training of the pixel reflect on when Facebook used the full train pixel?
Yes.
Will they include the bargain hunters as well because of your discounts?
Yeah, actually, you hit down head there. That's 100% correct. Is that when you're building traffic outside of Amazon? So right now, I run a lot of ads that go straight to Amazon or to landing page, which go to Amazon, whatever. Yeah. And I actually, that landing page before Amazon I have a pixel for that. So, which works really well. But now, everyone going to that landing page pretty much is getting 50% to 80% off. So now that pixel over there is pretty much ruined because it's geared towards bargain hunters. Yes. It's the same thing for your own Shopify site. So don't be crazy and just offer too many discounts, because now you're telling the pixel, these are the people I want bargain hunters. It's best to be more strategic. We can mess around with Amazon because we can't put our pixel on Amazon. We can on our own site. So it's a good idea there to actually spend more money on the Facebook ads to get a higher quality of person.
That's what I was going to say, because on one end, you can get the pixel trained faster, because inherently, the lower the price, the more value it is, the quicker the conversion is going to appear. Therefore, it'd be, in most cases, cheaper. But you don't want to train it that hard there, because the payoff won't come at the other end. Because if you think about it logically, what you're paying down on, let's just say with that pixel, you're trying to pay down on the pixel and say, right, I'm going to invest £1,500, dollars, or where it may be, in this pixel to get the right kind of audience. But if I go down the discount route, not only am I giving away my products at a cheaper price on one end in terms of my cost of goods, and then I've got my advertising costs, so there's losses there. I'm also training the pixel that is targeted more of those bargain hunters. Therefore, it kind of makes the process you're trying to achieve is obsolete, because the biggest payoff is to invest in that pixel to get to such a stage that when it comes to zero interest, you let off the leash. Therefore, that's where you make the money, because it perpetuates from there.
Exactly that. And also is that the last thing about I like about the pixel is once you understand the pixel and how to fully use it. I mean, I use the pixel in all of my chatbot campaigns. Like, people don't realize that when they click on certain buttons in my chatbot, I pixeled them. So I'm pixeling all the people that said they didn't like the product, so I can reach out to them again, maybe a Facebook ad, and offer them something else that's more appropriate towards their needs. The pixel can be used for a variation of things. To use it purely on a Shopify site is the best and most used strategy, but it can still be used many, many more. Even, for example, in my inserts, when someone goes to a landing page on my inserts, that also is pixeled as well, and I retarget those people all the time. So if you have a good understanding of the pixel and pretty much have it fine-tuned, there's a whole bunch of stuff you can do. And again, is that a lot of the stuff which I found is that can be very much time consuming, and as Amazon sellers, not really our forte.
Mhm.
But if you get up and gear and train your Facebook pixel, in the long run, it's an asset that pays off.
Yeah.
It really does.
Cool. So just to wind that back from the top. So if you're new to setting up pixels, so you cut and paste the code onto your site, or you use
Yeah.
the Shopify protocol there, you can test it via the FB Pixel Helper, which is a Chrome plugin. Make sure that they're firing. Work out where your interested targeting is. We give you an example there as the baby's blanket, targeted at mums, etc. And then we're setting up the interest targeting into 3 different vital steps, which is phase 1 is about page views, getting 50 to 100 fires there. Step 2 is about add to cart, 50 to 100 pixel fires there. And then the final one is 50 to 100 purchases. Then you've got a fully well-rounded pixel that you haven't discounted too deeply. You need to find a sweet spot, maybe 15, 20% off is probably your max, isn't it? Because it's not too much of a discount, which should put you in good stead for moving forward. Have I got that?
100%. I'm impressed.
Cool. How can people reach you?
So the best place to reach out to me is, I would say, either my Facebook group, which is FBA Renegades, or my website, Epsilon E-commerce.
Cool. Sounds good. And do you want to mention software?
Yes, and by the way, we also have our own software, our own chatbot software, which is Seller Chatbot. And check it out, it's going live soon.
Excellent. Guys, thanks for joining us. Paul, thank you again for joining us. If this is your first time, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you again in the next few days. Take care.